Alright, today I wanted to talk about tinders. The best tinders, according to me anyway, that you can just find around the household. I'm sure there's some things that I didn't have on the list, but this is what I've used and I found very, very useful. So the cotton ball with petroleum jelly, cotton ball with wax, dryer lint, jute twine, wax paper, wetfire tinder, duct tape, paper, popsicle sticks, and a combination of a bunch of things to make the best tinder in the world, or that, in my opinion. So that's the one that I used and carry in my backpack. So okay, let's start with the easiest one, which is the cotton ball. I actually saw this on YouTube, and that's why I started using it about a couple of years ago. So, or actually about a year ago. So here we go. Here's a cotton ball. And there you go, 3 strikes and it's gone. So, all right, nothing special about it. Cotton ball with petroleum jelly. So let me take some Target petroleum jelly. I think I bought this for maybe $2 for this whole huge thing. So let me just prepare it right here and show you what I do. So I got a little popsicle stick so I don't get myself all dirty. So here, I'll just take a little bit, not too much. Some people like to rub it, and that's fine. I just don't think it's necessary to get my hands all dirty and messed up. But yeah, I'll mix it up a little bit. But not too much. I don't think it needs to be that mixed up. Okay, there you go. Let's give this a try. Okay, so there it's going. And the only difference between the cotton ball versus the cotton ball with wax is that the cotton ball with wax will probably last a good minute or two depending on how much wax you soak it in. Now, regular cotton will last you maybe 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds tops. So this thing is nice because it just keeps going. And so if you actually have a bunch of wood and let's say it's wet, it's going to take a little bit longer, or a little bit wet. It's going to take longer for it to catch fire. So this is what you need, a consistent fire for at least a couple minutes to really get the fire going versus a regular cotton ball. Yes, if you've got really nice tinder and it's going to spark really fast, and it's very, very dry, then you're good to go, right? So there you go. That's all things that people have talked about. Nothing new. Here's the other one. This one also I've seen some people talk about. Let me put this thing out. Yeah, there you go. I don't want the smoke all over the place. So let me just dump some more. Okay, so here, this is what I've got. So this is just a cotton ball, and I just took a candle and it was burning, and I just dripped candle wax right on top of it. So it's actually nice too. It's less messy when you hold it, when you actually it's dry, but when you're actually making it, it's a little bit messier. So let me cut off a little piece. I don't want to do the whole thing. This is actually what I use to start my chimney starter when I do barbecues. Instead of using all that newspaper underneath, I just light one of these, put it underneath, and wait for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then those coals are almost ready to go. It's super, super hot instead of waiting for maybe 20, 25 minutes for the coals to get nice and hot. So it's not too much wax. Let me take that whole thing again. So the inside is, I think I got a piece that had almost all wax. Yeah, there we go. The inside is nice and dry. You can see that. So let me light this baby up. Okay, there we go. That was one strike. So the inside is nice and dry, and it doesn't have that wax because basically I put the wax on the outside and then just rolled it around until it's got enough soaking in it. So that'll last, I would say at least 5 minutes, and it's nice and clean burn. Yeah, that's a nice burn. So okay. So again, I love this thing, especially for barbecues. I don't carry it myself in my backpack. It's just too bulky. It takes too much space. It's not heavy, but it just takes too much space. Okay, next one is dryer lint. It should be nice and easy. Nothing special about it. It's just lint that you find in your dryer. There you go. So, okay, nothing special, but it's great. The other one, jute twine. here, mine just happens to be green. If you've seen it online, a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you, you've seen already, or most people have seen it. There's other videos really spending a lot of time on it, so nothing special. But I just wanted to go over all the stuff that I use and I like. The jute twine. So I do carry this in my backpack. So as you can see, I twisted it so it would come off, and then once you twist it, you gotta twist it again, and then you gotta peel these things. So the one thing I don't like about the jute twine concept as a tinder is that it does take some time. It's not just, you know, get the thing out, strike it, and you're good to go kind of thing. So if it's really cold or you're really tired, this is probably not what you're gonna be doing. And this is me being relaxed. So if you're out there and your hands hurt, or you've had a long day, a long hike, or just been setting up camp, or I don't know, you've been chasing game or something, I don't know, but it does take some skill and effort to get this thing all unwound and spread out. So once it gets going, I think usually it's pretty good. So let me roll it kind of in a ball. There we go. The best thing about this, I think, is two things. One, it really lights up fast. So of course, otherwise, what would I be talking about, right? And the second thing is, it is very, very compact. I mean, look at that string. I cut about that much, maybe that much of it, and it gave me that big, basically pretty decent sized bundle. So let's give it a try. Okay, there you go. So as soon as I got a decent strike, it went and it goes. I've seen some people put wax on this or paraffin, soaked it, and it of course will burn longer. It's kind of about the same time in terms of burn time as a cotton ball if you don't put anything on it. So there you go. I mean, it's great. Okay, what else are we? What's next? Oh, wetfire tinder. Where is it? Okay, so let me talk about this thing. The wetfire tinder, I think it's about 10 bucks for, I don't know, maybe 20 or something like that. It's not cheap. This one is it's from Weber. You can buy. I bought this one from Home Depot for, I think, maybe 20 of these things for maybe 3 bucks. So it's actually pretty cheap. So let me just open this up. I don't want to use the whole thing because I don't think it's necessary for this video. So here you go. I'll just take some of the stuff out. So it looks like white wax. I think it's actually paraffin. It does light very well. It does burn cleanly, and it actually has a pretty big flame. So I do use this sometimes to start my charcoals for my chimney starter. So it's great for that. That's actually what it's meant for. So that's what I use for. But you can also use it to start fires, your campfire starter fires. I've heard that these things dry out over time, and that's okay. I think you can actually slice it open, and the exterior might be, the outside might be dry, but the inside should still be okay. So here it is. Let's see if this thing goes. So there you go. And you see, look at that fire. I mean, it's nice and high, and it'll burn clean and no smoke, just nice and clean. So I like these things a lot. Again, I don't carry them because it is a little bit bulky, and it's actually kind of heavy. It takes some, it's got some mass to it. So, but I like these things for usage for starting my chimney fires. So, great little item, especially from Weber. I'd rather not buy the ones from Wet Tinder, just because of the cost. I mean, this thing you get so many more and about the same size, but this thing is much cheaper. So, okay, I think we got maybe 4 more things that I need to talk about. Okay, where's my duct tape? Okay, so the next one is duct tape. I saw this one from some other YouTube video. I don't remember his name, but I remember he had his duct tape around his water bottle, and I saw it and I was like, wow, I didn't know duct tape burned like that. So here, duct tape. Yeah, it burns like a match. So great idea and great usage. I actually now put duct tape around my water bottle just like him, And I actually put duct tape around my little fire kit, my fire starting kit. So this is my little, I don't know what do you call it. It's a round cardboard thing, and then I just put duct tape around it, orange one and black one. So let me just put this thing out, because I want to go to the next thing. Okay, so that's duct tape, and duct tape works great too. It does leave a smoke though. It's got petroleum something in it, so it does create some smoke, which it might not be a big issue if you're. I don't think it's a big issue at all. Let's see, what's next? Next is paper. Okay, so let's say you're in a bind, and all you've got is paper. All you got is paper. And this is from Yellow Pages. I've seen some people shred these things, shred them up and then cut them up with scissors and try to start that way. I don't want to burn this piece. That's burn a little piece. And they just can't get it going, or it's very hard for them to get it started. So here's the way I started. If you got paper, here you go. And this thing, if you had a mag bar, this would be a piece of cake. It wouldn't even be like challenging to be able to get this thing started. So, all right. So here's what I do. If you just try to do that, it just won't start. It just won't start. So here's what I do. I actually shave a little bit from my fire steel, my ferro rod. Just a little bit, not too much. Just enough that it's visible. But the thing is, you want to kind of put it in a pile all together. So as you can imagine, what's going to happen is that thing is going to spark, and then it should start a fire on that paper. So there you go. So there's your fire. So there's your fire. That's why I didn't want to use too much paper, otherwise it'd have a huge blazing piece. Okay, next is wax paper. So I've seen only maybe 1 or 2 people really use it on YouTube. So I actually like it a lot. But you're gonna want to use it correctly. If you just take a piece and try to light it like this, it's not gonna light. So you need to shave a little bit off. And the other thing you need to understand is it'll actually burn up really fast because it's got so much wax. So what I do is actually I twist the end like so, and it tends to burn a little slower. So here, this is what I do. Let me see if I can get it just right. Seems like a lot of work, and it is, but it is waterproof and extremely, extremely light. So that's why I actually carry it in my backpack in part of my fire starting kit. Why this thing is still going? Okay. Okay, I think I've got enough. And you want to concentrate all that to one little pile-ish. There we go. Hopefully I can get that sparks right in there. Okay, there we go. So there's your wax paper, and notice it burned up really fast when it was loose, but when you tighten it, it tightens right in there where I twisted it. It'll actually slow down, and it works like a match almost. So I like this a lot. Yeah, there you go. So I carry it, I roll it up. Where is it? So here's my little kit. I roll it up like this, and I carry it like this. And so whenever I need it, I'll cut off a piece and get it going. So last but not least, where do I have it? Still have it in here? I think I do have it in here. I've got what I would like to consider the best tinder, the best homemade tinder, let's say, which is a combination of everything. So you've got duct tape on the outside, cotton in the inside, and the cotton is actually mixed with Vaseline or petroleum jelly. So the main reason I came up with this is because I didn't like the whole concept of having a little jar full of cotton balls drenched in petroleum jelly. I just didn't like the idea. It took up too much space, and this is so portable. I can drop it. It's not going to make a mess. I have to burn the tips, the ends, so that way it wouldn't open up. So this thing is now waterproof. So let me just show you how it works when I actually open it up. Just cut it off, and you're good to go. Gonna have to pull some of this cotton off. I've seen some people use straws. That just seems like a lot of work for me, and I'm sure it works great, but it just seems like a lot of work to make it. So this one was not that hard to make at all. So here we go. Okay, there it's going. And so I've timed this thing, and generally speaking, it'll last about somewhere between 6 to 8 minutes if it gets enough air. There we go. It went out. It went out. Let's try that again. I think it'll work better this time. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. Quickly. So here's a roll of duct tape. Obviously you don't need this much, but let me just get off a piece. There you go. That should be substantial. I mean, I would say maybe 5 inches, something like that. And you don't want to use the whole cotton ball because it just won't fit. So you just want enough. So I'm going to say that's probably enough. I do have my petroleum jelly here. Oh, this side's the dirty side. Just get a clean side. Just want enough. That should be enough. Wrap that around. Don't go too far to the ends. Stay in the middle. And then you want a nice tight twist. That was probably too much duct tape, but it's okay. And there you go, done. Self-contained, nice and small. If you want to use it, here, let's actually try it right now so you can see it real time. I think I'm going to be out of battery for my camcorder here. So here we go, there it is. This is the one we just made. Open that baby up, both sides. Oh, it's extra duct tape, more than I'm used to. So there we go. And of course it's going to work because you've seen me. There it is. Here we go. And there it is. So, yeah, all these different kinds of tinders. I like them all. Cotton ball is great and it's cheap. Dry lint, if you've got it, use it. It basically works the same as cotton ball. Jute twine, I do like it, and I do carry the jute twine. Let me see if I can put it right here. The jute twine is great. It's portable, very lightweight, and it has multiple uses because you can actually use it as cordage. I do carry it. The only issue with that one is that it does take some time to peel it and unfurl it and make it into a ball. Wax paper is great. It's waterproof. It's very light. You saw me do it. It does take a little work to get it lit. Wetfire and tinder, a great one. Costs a little bit extra money. It's a little bit heavy, so I don't carry that one. Duct tape, I do carry it around my water bottle. Paper, if you've got it, that's kind of an emergency one. Popsicle stick or any kind of wood, I would consider that as my last option if I didn't have all this other tinder, or if I wanted the challenge, I guess. I would use wood or any other kind of wood out there that's dry wood, of course. And of course the best tinder, it's still going there, the one we just made. So well, thanks for watching, YouTube, and hopefully you can make some use out of all this information. So all right, talk to you later.